morning everybody, my name is Lisa, I'm from Yarra Leisure. I hope you're doing as well as could be expected in this pretty crazy time. So I thought I'd like to do a nice little, about a half an hour, little bit of Tai Chi, little bit of yoga, little bit of Pilates, just to wake up, warm yourself up for the day. So let's take our feet nice and wide. Now it's wider than you think, but I'm going to help you set up. So take a sink down, really sink deeply into the legs. We're going to be here for a little while. Retract your chin, roll your shoulders back. So imagine that the back of your head, your shoulders and your tailbone are all against the wall behind you. Now if you reach and lengthen your arms, your fingertips should touch your knees. Yep, so if they don't, you need to get a little lower. Turn your head to the side, have a little glance and sight the tips of your toes. So this sets you up in the perfect wide Wu Chi, is this position. So all I want you to do is just begin to glide from side to side. Now if you look down, your knees will track your toes. That's going to keep you in the perfect position. Now let's start to circle the arms. Relax those shoulders. Nice big moves. Now we can turn and start to follow your fingers with your eyes. This will really slow down our central nervous system. And then I want you to start to revolve a little bit more. Really work into the oblique muscles. Now be careful because I don't want you to lift up and over. It's a glide. Glide from side to side. That's it. And let's go for a little change now. Let's be up through the middle. Reach up nice and tall. Bend your knees and open and span the arms. That's it. Up through the center. Pick the ribs up from your hips. Allow your back to arch. Circle the arms around. This time I want you to drop your chin. Start to really enjoy the roll through your back. Again, a little bit of a back bend here. Can you get a little bit lower? Tuck your chin, roll yourself up. Span the arms really widely. Can you get your palms down towards the floor? Beautiful. We're starting to go from flexion to extension. Really starting to warm up into our spine. This time we're going to reach out to the side. And then glide back to the center. Push through the legs. Let's go to the other side. Beautifully done. Come on, reach up higher. Turn your head and look down your arm. Let's do one more either side. Apply your breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Let's go the other direction. This time let's reach up, palms together, elbows together, thumbs on your forehead, bend down low. Drop your chin, roll up. We're going to do this from side on. So bend the knees, tuck your chin, roll yourself down, draw up to your back, keep your chin on your chest and unfold. And sink it down. Chin down. Beautiful. Now let's just take a shuffle up to the side of our mat. We're going to turn this into a Shiva salutation. So again, up we go. Sink it down. You're going to place your hands on your mat. Step back. Knee over your ankle. Into your downward facing dog. Tuck your chin. We're going to roll through our spine into a high plank. Now it's early days, so we're going to drop our knees. Turn the elbows so they graze your ribs. Hover just from the floor. And then roll the shoulders. Set them back and looking forward. Bend the knees, tuck your toes, lift your hips. Back into a downward facing dog. Now bend the knees a lot. Look where you want to go. We're going to take that front leg outside the front hand. That's right. Doesn't quite get there. just pick it up. Other side, head down, let's roll ourselves up again. Deep breath in, exhale down. Ensure the chin drops to the chest, then you roll the length of the spine. When we come down this time, we're going to plant our hands again, firmly on the mat. Back leg goes back. Looking forward. Always exhale into a downward facing dog. So blow out through your mouth. Tuck the chin and roll through. Really try and articulate the spine. We're getting nice and warm now. Now knees or toes, you decide, but we're going to hover just off the floor. Roll through. This is where we get to salute for some. Squeeze the glutes. And back we go. Bend the knees, looking forward, nice big step. I said help it if you need to. Step the feet in. Tuck the chin. And let's roll ourselves up. Reach around, clasp the hands, roll the shoulders back. Allow the shoulders to really drive down into your back, open across your chest and collarbones. Okay, let's take those feet out wide again. So it's all about the structure in yoga. So once you get this initial wide Wu Chi structure, from there, you're going to turn out through the left leg and extend through the right, toes to knee. I'm going to come into warrior two position. The alignment, your knees over your ankle. Bring the hips, bring the ribs, bring the chest to me. Arms up, but not too high. So relax your shoulders, really draw out through those fingertips. It's a warrior pose, right? It's supposed to be quite tough. Now if you turn your head and glance over your middle fingers, beautiful warrior. Now let's stay here for 3 big, strong breaths. In through your nose. When you exhale, allow the weight of your torso to sink down into your legs. Become a little bit deeper if you can. One more, come on. Now let's extend this warrior by reaching and reaching and reaching. Now just gently rest your elbow on your knee. Try not to lean. Take your other arm up and over like it dead straight until it lands on your ear. Push out through those arms. You should be beautifully diagonal from your fingers to your toes. For those that can come a little further, feel free to take your arms down. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can take your arm up. But stay here, revolve, chest and ribs around towards me. Can we stay here? Deep breath in. And let's take those arms back and push off. Oh, other side, round we go. It's been a while. Again, sink yourself down. Just check the alignment. You can check yourself just by looking. You don't want that knee over your toe. Ribs to me, chest to me. Arms are up, but shoulders down. Turn, glance over your middle finger. 3 deep, full, deliberate breaths. I'll just let gravity do its thing. Sink us a little bit deeper. Could you put any more tension through your arms? You want to stretch out as long as you can. 3rd breath now. Let's extend our warrior by reaching and reaching and reaching. Lightly, lightly reach down here. Arm up, over, stretch out. Chest, ribs around me. Feel free to stay here. Take your option if you want it. Or you want it. Chest around. Breathing deeply. And we're going to push down into that right leg. Push, push, push. Oh, up. Round we come. Other side. So, we've been here. We know how to get here. We're back to our warrior two. Deep breath in. I'm going to take you to one of my most favorite positions in yoga. Turn your palms, follow your fingers with your eyes. This is called Sun Warrior. So as much as you are reaching up, curving through the spine, you're going to reach, creep those fingers down your leg. Let's stay for 3 breaths. Sinking a little deeper. Let's turn and reach. Windmill those arms over and press the arms away. Beautiful. Let's windmill all the way over to the other side. Find Warrior 2. Lengthen up. Without leaning, we want to stack those ribs up. Relax the shoulders. Deep breath. Come a little deeper. Turn the palm. Lovely. Follow the fingers with your eyes. You're painting across the ceiling. Now, as much as you're lifting up, don't come out of these legs. You're sinking and lifting, reaching and creeping with those hands. Stay a couple of breaths. Let's windmill those arms over. Feel free to stay here, that's your option. Or stretch it out. Oh, I've got the quivers, I can see it. I'm going to push off. Now draw both those kneecaps up. You're going to extend. Keep reaching, really get those ribs to lengthen across. The shoulders are down as far as you can. Really allow the torso to take hold of the weight here. You're not leaning on the leg too much. Let's bring the arms around. This becomes triangle. Now without leaning on this leg, I want you to imagine there's a rope hanging from the ceiling. Get hold of it. Lift yourself up. Therefore, really not hanging down here at all. Bottom shoulder blade pushes forward. Top one retracts back. You can turn your eyes to the ceiling. Keep them or to the floor. And bend the knee. Let's push off to the other side. Oh, have the legs. Let's extend the kneecaps up. Ribs to the front. Relax the shoulders. Over you go. Keep reaching. Way further than you think. Keep revolving to the front. When you're ready, over we go. Try and stack those shoulders on top of each other. Yeah, so arm right up. Retract, reach. Hold on. See if you let go. And push off. Ooh, feet in. Just give them a little bit of a shake. All right, we did touch on our sun salutations slightly with our Shiva salutations. I like to do a sequence of salutations now. So come at the top of your back, particularly given those legs are nice and warm. We've done a little bit of work through our torso already. So feet hip distance apart. I want you to pick up your toes, spread them down on your mat. Tuck your tailbone just slightly. Pick your ribs up away from your hips. Relax your shoulders down, retract your chin. This is mountain pose. Deep breath in as you push down into your feet. Roll your head back. It's important when you work into the neck. Lift as tall as you can. Bend the knees slightly and we're going to circle those arms right the way around. Come right down into your bellies on your thighs. And then roll the shoulders back. This is called flat back extend. Now it's not, if you can't get your hamstrings straight, bend your knees. The important thing is your back is flat. You're better off in this position than in this position. Okay, so roll shoulders back. And then fold down, belly on your thighs, hands next to your feet. So not in front, not behind, right next to. All the nails need to line up. Front leg, nice big step back. That's it. Check your knees over your ankle and lift up forward. Straighten that back leg. Now we always exhale, as I said, in sun salutation. So back you go into your down dog. Let's bend our knees a lot. Come right up into our tippy toes. and drop the heels down. Again, bend the knees, up to the toes, and down. This time, bend your knees, look forward. You're going to step forward with that front leg. Nice big step. Remember, if it doesn't get there, just pick it up. You want to be in this position. So, front hand on front knee. Use the shoulders to really revolve around. Bottom shoulder blade forward, top one back. Point with your elbow where you want to go. Span the hand, turn your head. Let's spend a breath here. Ooh. Strong stretch in the glutes. Take the hand down, looking forward. We're going to step and let your head suspend. So if you're looking to the floor, you're holding tension in your neck. Let your head go. Going to push strongly into the feet and roll. Articulate the spine all the way up. And then span. Clasp the hands, roll the shoulders, lift the chest. Beautiful. Let's do it again. This time, one breath to one move. Off we go. Deep breath in. Exhale and fold. Inhale to flat back extend. Nod the chin, lengthen the spine, and fold. Back leg steps back as you breathe in. Exhale to downward facing dog. Bend the knees. Tippy toes. And down. All right, we're going to add a little bit more. So tuck your chin. Let's roll through the spine into a high plank. Your options to go to your knees. It's up to you. Hover halfway down. Roll the shoulders. Open the chest. We're saluting the sun. Lift your hips. Back you go. Downward facing dog. Bend the knees. Look forward. Step in. That's your inhale. Your exhale. Unfold. Inhale down. Exhale forward. Push into the feet. Full breath in. And exhale back. 2 more. Off you go. Big breath in. Roll the head back. Lengthen up. Bend the knees. Circle the arms. Belly down onto your thighs. Flat back extend. Nod the chin. Elongate the spine. Fold down. Front leg stepping back. Looking forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Tuck the chin, roll through the spine. And hover and hold. Inhale. Roll the shoulders. Come right up into your toenails if you can. Squeeze your glutes. Support your lower back. Bend the knees. Front leg, nice big step. And open your butterfly's wing. Really turn your head. You get a full spine twist that way. Step it in. Nose towards your knees. Push into those feet. And roll yourself up. One more to go. I'd like to invite you to close your eyes. You're safe. Just listen up. Push into the feet. Roll your head back. Let your fingertips just meet. Take that big dive off the high board to your belly and your thighs connect. Coming to flat back extend. Roll the shoulders back. Nod your chin. Feel the stretch in your hamstrings and fold yourself down. Hands next to your feet. Back leg. Nice big step back, but lift your chest. Come right up into your fingertips. Exhale into downward facing dog. Strong through your hands. Heels towards the floor. Tuck the chin to your chest and roll through your spine. Really articulate the vertebrae. Knees or toes, but feel your elbows graze down towards your ribs. And roll yourself up and salute the sun. Broad across your collarbones. Squeeze your glutes, lift your hips. We're going back to downward facing dog. Bend the knees, look forward, nice big step. Feet together. Let the head hang. Take a deep breath. Power down through your feet. Roll yourself up. Reach up. Roll the head back. Fingertips just meet. And reach right back. Clasp the hands. Roll the shoulders. Lift the chest. And open your eyes. Whew. Beautifully done. All right. Let's have a little bit of a play with our balance now. So if you want the challenge, if your mat's on a carpeted surface, that makes it a little bit wonky. I'm nice and in a nice solid space here, so pretty good. We're going to bring your feet together. So feel that your big toes and your ankles just touch. I'm going to pick up your toes up off the mat. Spread them all out. Just for fun, I'm going to see if we can get just our little toe down. Can you get the next one down without all the others? Then the next, and then the big toes. All right, we need a fair grip on the world, so pressure under that big toe, little toe, and heel. So there's 3 tricks to balancing. One is through the toes. Spread them out. One is to be strong through the core, and one is a steady eye gaze. So find something ahead of you, perhaps a couple of meters, and keep your eyes nice and still. So I want you to reach around, hook your thumbs, make like a butterfly. Roll the shoulders back. Find that little spot. Just start to lift the heels up off the floor. Now, the minute those heels come up, if you press the heels together, it's going to make it a little bit easier. Come up nice and high. Lovely. Now, I'm going to challenge you a little bit with the eye gaze. So start to run your eyes right across the floor until you bump into the wall. And then when you bump into the wall, start to just climb your eyes up until you bump into the ceiling. And then I'd like to bring your eyes across the ceiling until you can tilt your chin. And then release your arms and let's reach our arms up. I want you to imagine that you are holding a rope. So get a really good grip on this rope because I am about to winch you up. Now as I winch you up, allow your elbows to squeeze in towards your ears and your head. I want you to feel your ribs come up away from your hips. And I want you to reach as tall as you can. Get to the point where you're not terribly sure if you are pushing through your feet or you're actually hanging from the ceiling. Beautiful. Now let's bend the knees and take a seat. That's it. Sit yourself down. Your heels are still up. Now if you start to feel this at all in your lower back, tuck your pelvis under slightly. Now let's run our eyes back to the wall. Take your eyes back down to the floor. Bring them along the floor to that spot. And then release your arms. We're going to take them huge circles. Use the muscles in your upper back. Circle them right around. That's it. Now let's go the other direction. I want you to reach back. It's like you're doing butterfly in the pool. Up and over until your palms are pressing together. Now can you squeeze your elbows together? Bring the thumbs on your forehead. Let's circle up and around. We have 3 more of these. There should be a lot of quivering going on. If you need to bring those heels down, have a little moment and then pop back up again. We've got 2 more. Let's add a breath this time. Big breath in. In through your nose. Blow out through your mouth. 1 more time. Oh, feel the quiver. All right, we're going to hold it right here. Roll the shoulders back. Push your palms really strongly together. This will always assist you with your balance. Come up onto those toes as high as you can. We're going to hold it for 3, 2, 1. And down. Well done. Give those legs a shake and give those ankles a nice roll. We do not do enough for our feet. That is a great way to give back. Bit of a shake. All right, one more balance. This time we're just going to focus on one leg at a time, but the same thing applies. Spread the toes out. Bend your knee. Really find a solid, stable position. Find somewhere to rest those eyes without overthinking it. We're just going to pick up the other leg, flex your foot, protect your knee, and rest it on top and take a seat. Now the quicker you get down here, the better, because you get that bone on bone. All of a sudden you've got quite a connection. Let's reach the arms up above your head. Now hold on to those couple of ropes that we had and roll the shoulders back. Now let's sink back a little deeper. Now can you reach forward? Imagine someone standing in front of you now and they're really pulling your arms away. This is magnificent stretch for your lower back. Now feel free to stay here, keep the flex in the foot, or let the arms hang. If you bend your knees, how low can you go? May or may not be able to touch the floor, it doesn't matter. You're going to do an enormous stretch in the hips and the glutes. And let's come out of there. Oh, wow. All right. Swapping it over. Again, always take the time to build a solid foundation. So bend the knees. Once you've found that, when you're ready, up and over, flex your foot, take a seat. Find that connection. Spread the toes, don't claw the floor, right? Spread them out, soften them. Let's reach up again. Get good grip on those ropes. Retract the shoulders right down your back. Find that big V shape. Sink yourself back. Oh yeah, I can feel that in my lower back. Reach forward. If we could be together, we'd be paired up. And we'd be sitting back even further. Let the arms hang. Let the head hang. Keep your eyes focused. Remember the 3 tricks. Spread the toes. Brace your belly. Keep your eyes still. And release. Whew. Again, rotate either side. We're nearly there. Let's take our feet about hip distance. We will need to modify it a bit, so let's start to make our way down. Now you've got a couple of options. You can stay here in a part Hindi squat. If you possibly can though, so you can get yourself all the way down into a Hindi squat where your feet are flat, your elbows sit in the little soft part of your knees, and you drop the shoulders down. Sit nice and tall. A couple of big breaths here. Ooh. And let's extend this right arm. Just rest it on the mat or hook it onto the floor. You can reach in for the ribs, but revolve them. Point with your elbow where you want to go. Turn your head, span your hand. Let's reach to the other side. So start with that elbow, connect it, just hold it onto the mat. Use your elbow, turn your head, span your hand. And bring it back. Lovely. Let's sit ourselves back here. Let's take your right leg under and your left leg. A couple of options. You can sit it right in front or you can lift it up and over. Now, if you lift it up and over, make sure your butt hasn't come off the floor. So lift up. So you need to be here. It's totally up to you. Big toe presses down. I want you to sit really tall. Think about elongating the spine. Drop the shoulders. Wrapping the arm around. I'll do it to the side so you can see a little better. Wrap that arm around. Now with this other arm, it's going to become our second spine. So the heel of the hand, I want you to pull it right in towards your sit down. Now roll the shoulder back. Push down into that arm and lengthen yourself up as tall as you can be. And then turn your head and look right over your shoulder. Now let's apply our breath to this. So when you breathe in deeply, you are lengthening the spine. When you exhale, that's when you rotate. So 2 more. Big, deep breath. Exhale. That's it. Your twist begins at the base of the skull, coming right up the spine. Now, you want a little bit more here. You're going to reach for the outer edge of your foot and begin to lift it. Now be really careful. Right? It's not about lengthening this leg if it means compromising your back. We want the back nice and straight and start to extend the leg. Now if you can manage to extend your arm, again without collapsing, sit nice and tall. Let's turn our head back, looking at our thumb. Deep breath in. When you exhale, you're drawing the leg across your body as you reach back. And release. Let's spin it around, swapping sides. Again, I think I'll come around to the side so you can see. So figure out where this is going to be. As I said, your butt cheeks need to be anchored. They're the anchor points. So set yourself up. Wrap the arm in. Keep nice and close. Lift tall. I said, use that arm as your second spine. Press the big toe down onto the mat and turn your head. Now let's use our 3 big breaths again. Breathing in to elongate the spine. Breathing out to rotate. Rest your eyes on something in the room. Each time you exhale, see if you can creep your eyes around a little bit forward. It's almost like we're stretching our eyes as well. Now let's reach for the outer edge. Sit up really tall. It's like I've set a book on top of your head here. I want you to sit really tall as you lift this leg. Doesn't matter how far it gets up. You can stay with this or extend the arm. It's up to you. Turn your head if you extend the arm. We're looking at the thumb. Let's use our big breaths. Extend slightly further. And slightly further. And 1 more. And release. Beautiful. All right, let's come into a seated position. Sit yourself again up onto those sit bones. If it's too uncomfortable, soles of the feet together, sit nice and tall. Roll the shoulders in, up, back, and slide them down and retract your chin. I'm just going to do a lovely little neck stretch. And this is for all of us that spend way too much time in front of a computer. The shoulders are back. Head, remember, is against the back of the wall. Just simply tilting your head over to the right side. Now we're not going to pull it, we're not going to force it. Just stay here for a few moments. You're going to feel like, what is she talking about? I can't feel anything. You will. Just rely on gravity. Now our head is as heavy as a bowling ball. So if you can really relax here, it's not going to take too long for you to start to feel huge stretch from the back of your ear all the way down into your shoulder. Now very slowly and carefully up to the other side. So your head is starting to feel really heavy. So relax the shoulders. In fact, when the palms are on the floor, I want you to press or draw your elbows down so you start to feel a broadness across your collarbones. Feel free to close your eyes here because there's really nothing to see, but there's an awful lot to feel. Now can you roll your head forward? See if you can get your chin to touch your chest without drawing those shoulders forward. Beautiful length in the back of your neck, all up into the cervical spine. And then begin to roll the head back. Keep going, it's a long way. I want the back of your head to rest on your upper back. When you think you're as far as you can get, open your mouth really wide and get even further. And then close your jaw and stretch your throat. Are your shoulders still down? Are your elbows still bent? And very slowly, carefully, bring yourself back to that neutral position. This time, let's go back over to the right side, keeping the shoulders down, bending the elbows. We're going to drop the chin to the chest and circle all the way around to the other side. We're going all the way back, so open your mouth so you get a full range of movement. Back the other direction. And bring it back to center. Beautiful. Well, I hope you enjoyed just a little bit of a play with some of my favorite moves. I hope you've been able to get off your desk and just enjoy a few moments, whether you can be outside like this or just in your lounge room. So I hope you enjoyed. Stay safe and we'll speak soon.